All right, buckle up, everybody, because tonight we're diving headfirst into a Mountain West matchup that has me, frankly, a little puzzled.
Yeah, Boise State taking on San Diego State, huh? It's a real clash of styles. And the predictions we've got, well, let's just say they don't exactly see eye to eye.
Not at all.
Uh,
One source is banging the drum for an offensive shootout, calling for the over on a 57.5-point total.
and the other one, they're pretty much handing Boise State the win, spotting San Diego State a whopping 23.5 points on the spread.
It's tough to reconcile those two, man.
Yeah.
You've got Boise State, all about that powerful run game, led by Ashton Janty, who's basically a one-man army.
And then you've got the Aztecs playing Aztec fast, all about tempo and trying to run a million plays a minute.
So how do we make sense of this? Where do we even begin?
Well, I think both sources actually do a decent job of laying out the strengths and weaknesses that could lead to either of those scenarios playing out. And the thing that seems to jump out at both of them.
Boise State's offense. They think it's going to be a big day for the Broncos.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I mean, you look at Janty, he's putting up insane numbers.
He really is.
One of our sources pointed out that Boise State is 6th in the nation in points per drive. 6th.
And fourth in success rate on third and fourth down. They are just a machine when it comes to moving the ball and putting points on the board. Which, if you're thinking about that over bet, that's pretty tempting right there.
For sure. But, so, does San Diego State even have a chance to slow them down? What are we looking at defensively for the Aztecs?
Well, that's the thing. Their run defense has really been struggling this season.
Oh.
Yeah, they're ranked 81st in rushing success rate.
Oof.
And even worse, 114th in EPA per rush.
Okay, hold on. Gotta ask. For those of us who don't spend all day analyzing stats, can you remind me what EPA is all about?
Sure thing. EPA stands for expected points added. It's basically a way to measure how much each play contributes to a team's likelihood of scoring. So a low EPA per rush for San Diego State basically means that their opponents aren't really gaining much ground when they run the ball against them.
So, not good if you're facing a team that loves to run like Boise State.
Precisely. Makes Ashton Janty's job a whole lot easier.
Okay, so maybe not looking great for San Diego State on that front. But their offense is all about speed, right? That Aztec fast approach. Maybe they can just outscore Boise State.
That's the hope, I guess, but the numbers aren't exactly encouraging. Statistically, they've been one of the worst offenses in the country this year.
Really?
Yeah, 123rd in EPA overall.
Yikes. Doesn't sound like a recipe for success against a team like Boise State.
Well, it might be a tougher climb than some people think. But here's where it gets a little tricky and maybe gives San Diego State a sliver of hope.
All right, I'm listening.
Boise State's pass defense. It's not their biggest strength. They're actually ranked 73rd in passing success rate allowed.
Interesting.
So there's a chance San Diego State might be able to move the ball through the air, especially, if Boise State comes out a little flat after that big win they had last week.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. So we've got this potential for a high-scoring game. Boise State's offense seems ready to roll against a struggling San Diego State defense. But San Diego State, they might be able to sneak in some points, exploit that Boise State secondary.
Exactly.
So where do you land? What's your gut telling you about this one?
Well, even with all that, I'm still leaning towards the over. I just think Boise State is going to score enough to push it over the total, even if San Diego State's offense has a hard time getting going.
You know what? I'm with you. I think Boise State is going to light up the scoreboard. And even if San Diego State just gets a few touchdowns, that overhits. I'm still curious, though.
Bow.
Can San Diego State really make this a game? Or is Boise State just going to run away with it? What do you think?
It's tough to say for sure. It'll depend on a lot of things. Turnovers, penalties, who makes the big plays. I mean, that's the beauty of football, right? Anything can happen.
That's why we watch. But hey, if you had to put money down, who you got?
Oh, man, that's tough. I think Boise State wins, but maybe San Diego State keeps it closer than that huge spread suggests.
That's a good call.
Yeah?
And me.
Yeah.
I'm going with the over and a Boise State win. But honestly, more than anything, I'm just excited to see how this one plays out.
Me too. It should be a fun one.
Absolutely. And hey, for all you Mountain West fans out there, think about this. What does this game mean for both teams in the conference race? Is this a preview of the championship game? That's something to chew on. All right, folks, that's a wrap for us. See you next time.
See ya!